Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, and today is the day we are packed up, taking off, and rolling towards Amarillo. So my wife gets off work here in probably about an hour. I'm going to go ahead and take off, go pick up some lunch, and we'll pick her up and start driving to Dallas tonight.
Hey,
Hey.
sorry. Oh.
Hey guys, it's the next morning. We are in Dallas, filling up on gas. We're taking off, headed to Amarillo this morning. We have one stop to make in Mineral Wells to pick up some tools from my dad. And other than that, we'll get in Amarillo later this afternoon.
Because the other ones are like tan.
Yeah. Look at our house! Oh, that's so cool! Babe! Oh, look, they got all the dirt scraped up. They scraped all the dirt up, too. Because there used to be a big pile of dirt here.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, we're trying not to run over anything that'll put a hole in my tire.
Okay.
Let's go all the way around this metal. We're actually going to pull in front of the hangar door, because that's where we're going to unload stuff. Oh, look at this stuff, babe. Look how good the house looks. Oh, the electrical work is not quite done yet. Look at the door.
Oh, weird. I wasn't expecting.
Oh, look at
Whoa.
the door.
God, look at the wind.
Yeah, we are. Hey guys, we just pulled up to the building, and needless to say, we are ecstatic. Everything looks absolutely amazing. I will put some footage of the outside of the building up later, but I can't film anything outside right now because the wind is blowing, gusting up to 40 miles an hour, and you can't hear anything on the speaker. So I will post some exterior footage here in a minute, but for right now, we can see the inside of the building. They've got lights installed, we got plugs everywhere. It looks absolutely awesome.
Giant hangar door.
Giant hangar door. So that's it. time of celebration's over, time to get to work. The first project that we're gonna do today is we are gonna seal the concrete slab under the whole side, both the living space and the shop space. So before we do that, we are going to sweep the floor and leaf blow out all the dust that we can and get the floor as clean as possible before we start spraying concrete sealer. Hey guys, so not even 15 minutes into working on the house, we ran into our first problem. As you can see right here on this hydraulic cylinder that opens up the hangar door, it's very, very tough to see on camera. There is a tiny pinhole leak in the weld of the cylinder that is dripping hydraulic fluid. And everywhere it's kind of dripped hydraulic fluid, it's and puddled up. It's kind of ate up the white paint. So I talked to the builder about it. He's gonna come out and take a look at it later. I don't know if it's actually a pinhole or like a designed weep hole in the cylinder, but more to come on that later. For now, I'm just gonna wrap it up in a rag to try and catch as much of the hydraulic fluid as I can and continue on sealing the floor. Okay guys, so the floor is all swept up and clean, so we are going to apply the concrete sealer. I'm gonna keep calling it sealer, even though technically it's not sealer. It's a sodium silicate, lithium silicate densifier is actually what it is. So it's not a watertight sealer, but it's a densifier. It actually soaks into the pores in the surface of the slab and fills those pores with lithium silicate. It's supposed to help with preventing water stains, salt stains, and oil stains soaking into the floor, and it's actually supposed to make the surface of the slab harder and stronger. So it actually makes the slab, the working surface of it, a stronger surface. So this was the product we went with. I don't have any affiliation with this brand, but we are going with a lithium silicate densifier, but I'm gonna call it a sealer just out of habit. So we got 10 gallons of sealer, so we're gonna use 5 gallons per half. And we figured it out, and we are gonna cover 3 squares in the floor. There are these relief cuts cut into the slab. We are gonna cover 3 of these squares per gallon of sealer. So the pump sprayer will hold, it will put a gallon of fluid in the pump sprayer, and then we will cover 3 squares with that gallon. And hopefully it all turns out good. So we're gonna jump on that and do that now. Hey guys, so it is actually the next day. We started sealing the living side of the building first. We actually had some friends show up to eat dinner and hang out for a little bit, so we stopped filming and cut short with just doing half of the building. Here we are, you can see the difference in the floor where we stopped sealing yesterday. So everything on this side of the building has been sealed. We have all of our tools stashed over there so that this whole side, which we're getting ready to seal now, is empty, and that's what we're gonna do. All right, guys, it is a couple days later and the seal has completely set up, and this is kind of the finished product. So couple things. It definitely finished speckled. So it's not like a very, very thin liquid that kind of spreads out. As you spray it on with that sprayer, it makes lots of droplets, and those droplets, as they dry, actually make kind of all these speckles. Now, it'll only be visible in the shop side, in the shop floor, so it actually doesn't bother me all that much. But if you wanted a cleaner finish, what I wish we had done and what we should have done is with my wife spraying it on, I should have been following behind her with a paint roller and rolling it out behind her to make it have a nice even finish, so it wouldn't kind of have this speckled appearance. So you live and you learn. Not everything you do turns out perfect. Anything or anywhere that we put too much on and it kind of dried and set up, I don't know if you can see, but it kind of leaves this dust starts to come up, and it even said that on the box that it would do that. It says that anywhere that is that doesn't get absorbed into the concrete will just turn into kind of a white powder, which you just sweep up and brush away later. So it has started to do that where we put it on a little too thick. But this is the finished product. Like I said, it did turn out speckled, but at least it's pretty uniformly speckled, so it doesn't look too bad. But like I said, if I had to do it over again, I would have rolled it out after we sprayed it on to give it a smooth, consistent finish. But other than that, pretty happy, and hopefully it does form at least some sort of a water barrier to water either getting down into the slab and stains, especially oil and salt water and stuff on the shop side, and maybe a little bit of keeping water up from the ground on the living side. Now all of this on the living side, or at least in the living room kitchen, is going to be tile floor, and then on the bedrooms will be carpet, but in the bathrooms will also be tile floor. Oh, I guess we can show you how it works. It does appear to work pretty good. Find a place without a bunch of dust on it. You pour water on it, the water does bead up pretty quick, and it doesn't. It just beads up on the slab. So it does appear that it's at least doing some part of its job as a sealer. So there it is. That's how it turns out. All right, guys, it is actually a few days later. We arrived at the building on a Saturday. It is currently the following Thursday. So I never got a chance to film kind of a walkthrough, welcome to the building. This is what we have from the building side when we got here. And the reason was a lot of things just happened to time out to not let me shoot a lot of film. As soon as we arrived at the building on that Saturday night, some of our friends here in Amarillo showed up at the building right while we were in the middle of sealing the floor. So I didn't stop and film any footage walking through the building at that point in time. And then Sunday, my dad actually came up for a few days and helped me move a travel trailer in. We plumbed in a travel trailer, and we did all the plumbing and electrical work to get running water from the well. So during all that stuff, I didn't do a whole lot of filming, so I'm going back retroactively and filming some stuff later. So what we're going to do right now is we are going to do a quick walk around the building. It's still not 100% done from the builder's point of view. A couple more things I need the builder to do, but it's looking really, really good. Almost there, and we've done a little bit of work on the inside to start getting ready for me coming out here to work on the living half. So let's take a walk around. Okay, so here we are walking up to the building entrance. So we have the windows into the living room, and the guest bedroom. Now the front door and the garage doors are not going to stay white. We're gonna paint the garage doors black for sure. And on the front door, the side lights, we're gonna paint black. And the front door, we may paint black, or we may paint a different color. We're not entirely sure about that. Our plan is also eventually, we're gonna cut out a big window in the front door and put one of the big, nice, ornate windows in it to kind of add more light into the living space. So we're gonna go ahead and walk in the front door and we'll get a look around the building. Now I'm sure the first thing you're gonna notice is that there's a travel trailer parked in it. We're gonna come back to that. That's probably gonna be the subject of a later video. But what else we got going on is you can see that all of the inside of the building, walls and ceiling, have all been spray foam insulated. So we have spray foam insulated, and then they were all painted white just to make it look better and help brighten up the area. Now that doesn't really matter in the living half because we're going to be framing in walls. And then we have the garage doors over here. Now over here we have our higher power door, which is a big hydraulic door, 42 foot wide by 14 foot tall. And it is installed and it looks absolutely awesome. The only problem is, and it's a bummer because I can't open it and shut it for you on video, because this far side hydraulic cylinder has a leak and is leaking hydraulic fluid. We have called a hydraulics repair guy. The builder is supposed to have him come out and fix it, but until then I kind of have it just wrapped up in a towel, and it's leaking quite a bit of hydraulic fluid. So I don't want to open that, cycle that door very many times with that leak. But the door looks absolutely awesome. And once they get that hydraulic leak fixed, it should function just the way it's supposed to. Over on the far side, from the front entrance in the back corner by the shop, we have another man door for an entrance from the back. We go through here. We have the water and the pressure tank all hooked up. I'll do a separate video on that. But the builder also brought in the breaker box and has power run. And then the builder added some outlets for us. So we have a big 220 volt outlet. If I can focus on it. 220 volt outlet for a welder. We have regular plugs just on the shop side. We have a 30 amp plug for the RV. And of course we have bay lights overhead, big overhead bay lights. You'll notice that there's no plugs on the living half because we are going to frame wooden walls, and I'll run all the wiring for the walls through the walls on the living half. So there's only plugs over on the shop side. Right now I have all my tools parked in the living space. Now let's go look on the outside. It is very windy. I don't know if y'all can hear me, but on the outside, we have the electrical meter has been installed for power. These are two cleanouts. One will go to the septic, the other one will go back into the house. Now, a major setback has been that the septic has not been installed yet. So we are still waiting on the septic. And we'll walk back this way. And here, you can see the hangar door has been installed. The electrician wired in some lights on either side of the hangar door to shine out towards the taxiway. And from the electrician, we're still missing 2 lights that here above the garage doors that will shine down on the driveway. Well guys, thanks for joining us on our journey out to the building. It is a hell of a drive from Birmingham, Alabama to Amarillo, Texas. We crossed 4 states in about, it's 11 hours from Birmingham to Dallas, and then another 6 hours from Dallas to Amarillo, so a total of about 17 hours worth of driving over a couple of days, especially with that overloaded truck and bottoming out my suspension every time we hit a bump. It was a long drive. But I'm glad y'all can make it with us. I'm glad y'all can be out here and see what we got done and see us staying the floor. So tune in to the next video. The next video I'm going to be releasing, I'll be releasing probably a few videos. One about moving the RV in here and getting the RV plumbed into the septic. And I'll probably be making a video about the plumbing in and the wiring in on the pressure tank. So those should be coming out here shortly. So stay tuned and hopefully check those out. But thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.